'cause we're differently abled, differently.
Welcome back, and you are watching Abled Differently. All year long, we featured stories and events for persons with disabilities. I believe they were quite inspiring and life-changing as well. Here is a recap of some of the stories we featured.
Dyslexia Organization of Kenya aims at ensuring that everyone learns of dyslexia's existence, as well as create a learning environment where every student is accommodated.
In 2010, we registered Dyslexia Organization. We didn't have an idea at all that we could start a school. But at the end of 2011, I remember having an interview with KBC, and in the interviewer, it was in July, the interviewer asked me, now you have this information and you're telling people about this. Are you planning to start a school? I said, no. We want people to do, we wanted teachers to learn about dyslexia, and they help children in their own schools. Because people or children with dyslexia, if 1 out of 5 children have dyslexia, can they fit in one school? The word needs to spread to teachers and the parents so that the children can be supported in what school they are and in the family where they are. So we didn't have an idea that we could start a school.
I have suffered through this condition for so long, and I'm thankful that I can see that our country understands it, and our children are going to be assisted to be able to overcome or to be able to be taught how to live with the dyslexia.
We target to train at least 3 teachers in every school to understand and be able to identify these children before they drop out sleep in the gaps of education.
So as we go red for dyslexia, we are reclaiming the red color that used to highlight the mistakes we have made ourselves on the kids with dyslexia. And no child should be left to sleep in the education gaps we've created just because of our own lack of knowledge.
Special tutorials is something that we started a long time ago, and I think I always tell people it is my passion. That is my purpose for being on this earth. It's something I've had this drive right from the beginning, and then circumstances along the way really just made me know that this is what I really need to be. The schools were closed last year. A lot of our students remained at home. We were not able to bring them back because of space. And parents are having it very rough, especially the older students. So we are looking at some students who are 18 and over to train them in vocational and independent skills. That's why one of the rooms was specifically dedicated for vocational training. So we are looking at issues of inclusivity, we are looking at issues of accessibility, we are looking at issues of acceptance, appreciation, and of course the most important thing is building their skills. Teaching them from a very early age on how they can be independent. So it's not just a matter of reading and writing, it's also a matter of being an independent member of the society and the community.
Sauti, DJ, man DJ. Hey,
DECAS, which stands for Disability Empowerment Capability and Sustainability, in conjunction with Mama Sarah Foundation, organized an event on the 6th of October 2021 to celebrate the World Cerebral Palsy Day. DECAS is an organization that aims at enabling persons with disabilities to realize their full potential, thus allows them to participate in and contribute to various aspects of life in the community.
Wale watu wameorganize this event ni watu wanaonekana wako na utu ulemavu. Hata ukisikia wakiongea, they have a pressure. There is a community wanaweka pressure kuwasaidia zaidi.
We should learn to embrace all persons with disabilities in order to have an inclusive and an integrated society.
We launched the documentary Angaza Kifafa, which we have dubbed it Dare to Be. and it's a culmination of the campaign activities that we've been doing over the last 5 years. So we were just trying to look at the impact that this campaign has had so far, and it will basically inform us of the things that we are needed to do next year and years to come.
Angaza Kifafa, which reached out to many patients through their campaign across the country, created a positive impact with beneficiaries telling of initial hopeless stories to stories of hope and gratitude.
We've basically worked so hard as the national coordinating committee to ensure that we implement the awareness program of Angaza Kifafa very effectively, and making sure that we reach as many counties as possible. So we have been able to reach around 18 counties so far, and we are still going to reach the 47 counties in Kenya to make sure that we create awareness about epilepsy. Just telling people that epilepsy is a treatable medical condition. It's and just to talk about the stigma associated with epilepsy, because we understand and we know that epilepsy is one of the most disabling and most stigmatized condition.
Frederick Beuchi, an epilepsy awareness activist, is hopeful that very soon, as a result of their campaigns, public hospitals will boast of personnel who are aware of issues of epilepsy.
The most important thing is the people that have been featured in the documentary. These were patients. When you listen to the story that they were giving before they got connected to doctors through the Angaza Kifafa campaign, honestly, there was no hope of seeing their condition being managed. But through the Angaza Kifafa campaign, we have connected these patients to doctors, and they have been treated, and now they have a positive story to tell.
Who are deserving to be registered are not registered. One, because they don't have the money that is required to pay for assessment. But today, the president directed that all government hospitals that are registered should not actually register to do assessment, should not actually charge on assessment fee. It should be free and free. And he also mentioned that registration should be digitalized. Now, digitalization is key because there's been a lot of dragging when it comes to registering persons with disabilities. And you see that way, if they're not in the database of the National Council, it means they'll miss out on any services that the National Council can afford them.
We will commit to support you and the government in ensuring that we achieve the intended development goals. Asante sana, Your Excellency.